want to record the electrical activity, they need two electrons outside the cell membrane. See, one here and one here. So we have two electrodes. The polarity should be identified. This is negative pole, this is positive pole. Attach these electrodes via cables to a sensitive voltmeter, which is called galvanometer. At this instant, is there any voltage potential difference at the outside? No. Is there any hand deviation?
No.
No. The hand stands at
Zero.
Zero. At this instant. Listen. Here, depolarization starts. At this point, sodium enters the cell. Listen, this is the depolarization wave. At this point, the cell is depolarized.
It's noise.
At this point, the cell is depolarized. See what is happening. This is a rule of thumb. Keep in mind. Keep in mind. When depolarization wave, listen, when depolarization wave approaches to the positive pole, you will have a positive deflection. When depolarization approaches to the positive pole, you will have a positive deflection. So at this state, you do not have any potential changes and a straight line. But here, goes up till half of the cell surface is depolarized. You will reach to the peak of the wave. Then, from now on, till all the exterior part is depolarized. Depolarized. This is called a depolarization.
Can you repeat?
At rest, there is no potential difference between 2 points. You have a negative pole, a positive pole. Negative electrode, positive electrode. The polarity should be identified at first.
The
When the
electrodes
cell-
are connected to what part?
To the exterior part of the cell.
Exterior part of
The cell.
cell.
For example, this is an atrial milestone.
Ah,
At rest, sodium ions are queued at the outside, potassium ions at the inside, proteins, potassium, and negative charges. The cell, inside the cell is negative, outside is positive. At rest, there is no potential difference between 2 points. So you will have a straight line, or zero line, or zero potential line. When the cell is depolarized, when depolarization approaches the positive pole, you have a positive deflection. To where halfway, you will have the peak positive wave. Then the direction will be changed till all the cell exterior is depolarized. Now, again, we will reach to the zero potential. This is depolarization. This is depolarization of the atria. You have a round deflection, which you call P wave. In the atria, the first cell that is depolarized is the first cell that is repolarized.
The first cell is depolarized. The first cell is
So, repolarization starts from here. When repolarization reaches to the positive pole, then you will have a negative. So, this is repolarization or T wave of the atria. But you cannot see the T wave of atria in the normal electrocardiography. Because before, we will have depolarization of the ventricles. No, so we do not have this. The first part of the ventricle that is depolarized, listen. The first part of the ventricle that is depolarized is the interventricular septum. Is it difficult? Yeah? Difficult? It is difficult to read, not to listen.
Difficult to understand.
Which septum? Interventricular.